think I'm here. Hey guys, this is Frickin' Jeep's channel, and I guess you knew that, and I'm John, and I am the proprietor of the mess, or the cause of the mess, or whatever. You'll figure it out somewhere along the line. If you're new here, welcome aboard, and I hope you find some stuff you like. I do just about everything you can imagine, and today's going to be a little bit different video also, and it's an important one. It's let's go help Pete Nuts319. I tried to write it down. I put the battery in the charger. Well, I came down and I said, no, I'm not going to start this without putting the battery in the charger, because you guys that are frequent here all the time know I always have problems, and it's cool out and they go bad. So I've had the battery in the charger for an hour, and it didn't come up. Finally, you got that battery. So I don't know how far we're going to make it. So we're going to do the important stuff first, which is talk about Pete. He had a bad accident. He's a fantastic guy. Met him up at Bunyan 2 years in a row. You just can't say, I mean, he's just a great guy. And he had a bad accident. I don't know all the details. I mean, I've heard them, but you know I'm senile and I forget. So if you want to find more about what happened and how you can go help him, because I know they've set up a GoFundMe page for him. But if you go to, Mark Galici's got quite a bit of stuff. He talks with his girlfriend. Mike Morgan has quite a bit of stuff on him. Skidder Kev has a show on him. Cotton Top has a show on him. Logger Wade, even Buck and Billy Ray and Dan up at Back 40. There was quite a little bit mentioned on him on the Friday Night Live, and there might be some more. And I'm hoping that he'll tell you more about it there, or how to help him out. Now, I haven't done anything yet. You know, I'm still looking for the GoFundMe page, which I haven't figured out how to get there. But this is not something that you got to do, boom, got to go do it because you're going to run out of time. You won't run out of time. He's hurt, and he's going to be down for, I would say, a minimum, just to get up moving around halfway decent, probably 2 to 3 months. Not to shed light on her, good or bad. I was in a bad accident. They helicoptered me out, and I was in a wheelchair for 3 months, and it wasn't the day I got out of the hospital that I needed the help. It was down the road when I needed more help. My wife had never cut grass, and so the guys that I work with came up and cut the grass a couple times until I figured a way to get on the riding lawnmower. That's a long, funny story. But my point is, there's not an urgency where you got to go do something right away, and it's not necessarily you got to send him money. You might, if you live close, might be able to help him out. You might. There's a lot of other things. Marcus selling some ambrosia maple, and he has a video on, as a matter of fact, before this video earlier today, on sawing that maple, and he talks about Pete also. The good thing is Pete's around, and he'll get back, and like Buck and Billy Ray said, he'll come back and he'll be stronger. I'll come back, I just got older. You know, what can you say? But Pete's young enough, he'll come back, he'll bounce back, he'll be stronger, and he'll figure it out. And it's just like everything else. Every now and then, really freaky things happen, and that was, from the way I hear, a real freaky thing. Anyhow, enough on Pete, I guess. Well, there's not enough on Pete, but there is enough for now. And if you want to find more of what all happened, go to some of those other channels. They're all good channels. They know him a lot better, and they could probably explain it without forgetting stuff, because after I found my battery, I couldn't find my chart to mention those names. Next thing, the last two videos were up at D&D Sawmills, or Hellfricks, I think is the name of is what they call their sawmill. I think it's based on a lot of Frick stuff, because there's a lot of Frick stuff up there. I don't know what copyright infringements, if I said that and this, and they would get into, and I certainly don't want to get them in trouble. They were a great, they're just great people up there. You can tell by talking to Sean when he got in the camera from time to time how helpful they are and everything. And if you need some old sawmill parts, that might be a place to check out. A lot of those mills back then had a lot of interchangeable parts, and there was, I think, them, and I think Geyser, I think, might have made sawmills up in that area. Farquhar, a lot of those mills have interchangeable parts. They might have different numbers, but it might be the same part. So if you got an old mill and you don't know how to get it going because you're missing some goofy little part, that might be a place to go. In the first, I think the first video I did on that place where I was showing the shop, a lot of nice stuff. I think the phone number's in that one in the front and in the back of that video. I don't know how to put it down in the comment section or how to hook a link. I'm not that good. So they're right up in Chambersburg, PA, which is about an hour and 15 minutes north of where I am. It just so happened that I had something he had never seen in the sawmill business, even though he knew about it, and I had one that somebody gave me, but I was never going to do anything with, and I gave it to him. And in turn, he gave me some parts I was looking for, which I'll take you off the. I'll go in and get it. It'll only take me a minute. You know I don't know how to cut and edit. It'll only take me a minute. Here's where you're supposed to be listening to music. Have you been listening to elevator music while I've been gone? I hope so. Here I come. Sounds like chains. This is what I was looking for. Flight, a drag, I don't know, whatever you call it, but it hooks into your sawdust drag. Now this sawdust drag isn't like any other sawdust drag because it's bigger than any of them. Okay, most of them, all the Frick ones, I think I might have said that in another video, all the other Frick ones are 55 chain and this is 67 chain. Kind of looking for unicorn. The chain you can get, that isn't any problem. I'm going to turn on another light here if it'll work. Yeah, it worked. Anyhow, these, you can see where one of these was in here, and you can see, I hope you can see it, maybe you can, I don't know. Get you up close. See the two little dimples in it here and here and here and here? That's that. And then back here, here and here. This is original Frick stuff, and he had a box that had been sitting on a shelf for, I think he said his granddad got it back 30 or 40 years ago, and nobody ever wanted it, so he cleared off a little room in his shelf, helped me out, and I helped him out, and that's the way the world should work. Anyhow, what we're working on is, yeah, I'm back to this. We had, I guess I'll take you off this for a minute. We put the snow plow on and it worked fantastic. We didn't get any snow. I don't think you could beat a snow plow like that. The more prep you do, the less snow you get. So, and I put that on at probably 12:30 at night on Friday night after I came back from up there and played on the computer and then put that back on. It doesn't take but about a minute to put them on, but it's so muddy down there I can't take it off. So I haven't taken it off yet. We're working on the back bumper. Back bumper, and what I've done is well, with the snow on Saturday, which we really didn't get, got an inch of rain, then Sunday was a mud hole, slop hole. I didn't do anything. Let's see, what's today? No, that was Sunday was a slop hole. Today is my wife's birthday. I shouldn't be out here doing this. She is 30 again, which is good. Anyhow, so I'm not doing a whole lot. The grandkids are coming over. The kids are coming over. So that's going to be happening in a little bit. So we're fighting time here. I don't know why that got loose, got tight. There it gets tight. Now I got to loosen this up, move it back. These are the two side brackets that I made. Now what I did, which you might be able to see up there, and let me zoom it in a little bit. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. I don't know if this is something you had to do or it's just something my paranoia had me do. But these nuts I welded on here because it's so hard to get in there. And I wanted them to be threaded from this way instead of this way. They have threads, but when they're welds, it tweaks things a little bit. So if that tweaked to where it would hit this side on this side, I didn't want this guide and cut the threads in the nut. I wanted this to cut the threads in the piece of steel. So that's what I did. And basically, it was just put that in there. I've already done it. And yes, if you I don't know if you can see that mess. That one there spit out. Can you see the thread debris? That one there spit out some thread debris. So I'm glad that I'm doing what I'm doing. And now I'm about ready to put it in. There's a handy little tool. These hold all your, I guess these are taps or dies. I don't know. You know me, I'm senile, I forget everything. But it holds those in with a 3/8. And I don't know, it goes from real small size. I think I got a set of, I think they're all coarse and they go from pretty small up to pretty big. Okay, up to I know they don't go over ½ inch. I do go up higher. If you're wondering if I get into big stuff, yeah, I got a pretty good array of crap. Can you see those up there? I can get into big stuff. Those go up to inch and a half. I don't know. And I got another box of them over there that are so I can cut threads, and I also have a complete lineup of metric threads. You had to have it if you work on stuff. You just got to have it. So anyhow, I am going to zoom you back. Pretty good. I managed it. I'm going to get my, these are all my, what I'm going to use. And we're going to go over, and I got to get some fluid film because I want to hopefully not have that rust. So I got my fluid film here. This is pretty good stuff. It doesn't seem to evaporate. Doesn't seem to evaporate real good. They don't sponsor me. They don't give me any. I just use the stuff because it works. I don't have any sponsors. Nobody gives me nothing. Yeah, Top Test did. The moisture meter. It's a good moisture meter. Everybody's got one. Now I don't know how to get you down to where you can see what I'm doing. But now that all that stuff's on, it might not be too hard because that's where the bracket goes, and that's where I'm going to spray this garbage in. Call it garbage stick. I shouldn't call it garbage because it's good stuff. And I don't care if I got extra in there because I don't care that I got extra in there. Then we got to find the right bracket, which would be this one here. Hopefully it'll go in. I'm going to put a little bit on this so it slides in there easier. Now, I guess you're kind of seeing, hopefully this will go in there pretty good. Oh, I meant to shoot paint in all those. Well, it's too late. Well, yeah, I don't feel like getting painted. Come on, go in there. I think that's right. Nope. Guys, you can do me better than that. That's the wrong one. I think it's the wrong one. Yeah, that was the wrong one. That's what happens when you get old and senile. Put a little spray on this one. And we'll put a dab of spray on there. This stuff, pretty good stuff. It doesn't seem to evaporate. Let's see if this one here will go in a little easier. Putting them in and out, that gooey tape that I got on there is, look at that. Now I gotta go get some washers, lock washers, all sorts of stuff. I should not have dumped them out over here. I'll just bring the whole tray over there. What do you think? Think that bracket will work? Oh Lordy, I don't know where you're at in the screen, but I know I want to put, and I don't know if you're even seeing me put these on there. Oh, let's see. That it was marked on there for some reason, but I don't remember what. See the, I don't remember, so it's too late now. Where the, it's down about there. Got paint in there. All right. I don't know why. Pretty lucky here on these so far. That wasn't too bad. Now I want to put a, don't really need to put a washer on the inside. Lock washer probably wouldn't hurt. Now you can see why I did the threaded on there, because this is real tight here. I'll show you again in a minute. This one here, there's a ton of room up in here for these. Put a lock washer on there, and I don't know if I did right by putting grade 8s on there or not, but that's what it got. Oh, come on, get started now. Don't give me trouble. That higher one's a little harder to get to, but it's there. Let's see, got a washer on that. I need a... Oh, I had to make special washers. That's one thing, but that's down the road a little bit, unless I just used one by accident. Put that on there. Then a nut. And about as all I'm going to do today is get this on there. We're supposed to get 2 inches of rain again tomorrow. There. That's kind of how that bracket's going to go. Now I'll get the other bracket for the other side. And I'll tighten it off, but you can see there's it fits right in there. The spacers keep it away from here, but the reason I had to put a spacer in there anyway, because this tube here is proud of the flat here, so I would have had to put a 1/4 inch spacer. So to make it 9/16 to cover all that stuff, I don't think it was any that big of a deal. This is already bent here, probably backed into something somewhere along the line. I do good at being a bad driver. Now let me get this other one, the first one. Hopefully it'll go in. I've marred up some of the. I got tape on there, a rubberized or some kind of goofy special electrical tape on there that's extra thick. Somebody out there knows the name of it. I don't. Jeffrey does. Whoops. Now it's got to go like that. Look at that. I got lucky twice. That's a good thing. Now I'll bring those bolts over. I'll put it. Oh, Lordy. 1, 2. I'm missing one here. Uh-oh. That's not a good thing. Hope it's up there in the package. Well, there it is. I don't know where it is. I'm going to have to go home for it. We'll put a couple in there and then call it a wrap for you guys, because you don't want to. This is kind of a jabber time. There's 1. There's 2. And hopefully they'll go as nice as the other ones did. Or not. Oh, there it goes. Something about a blind squirrel. Well, I know it gets that. Then I know it gets a lock washer. Then it gets a bolt. I don't know how. Blind squirrel already lost one of the bolts. Gets a washer. Oh, Lordy. You got to kind of be a contortionist to get that in. Then it needs a lock washer. Got that. Now I need an 8 bolt nut. And I got to go find what I lost with the other one up. Uh-oh. Ouch. Then hit my head. Guess you heard that. Hope I didn't dent that with my head. All right. These other bolts, I'm going to take you off this again, so we're going to get shaky. The other bolts, this one isn't long enough. These 3 go in here, here, and here. Okay, then the bumper up here, after I drill the holes in it, which if things are not going too bad, I might drill them today and bring you along. Oh, there's my other bolt right there. Anyhow, these go up and then the bolts go through there. Then the washers, I might have showed that on a video, had to be cut down so they had clearance to go around there. So that's what that is right there. So I am going to put this in place over there. I'm going to tighten. No, I think I'll leave them loose, because when you're putting that piece in, it might be better. No, it'd be better off having it tight, but you might need a little wiggle. And if those things are not bolted tight, the little wiggle might be good. So I don't think I'll tighten those. I'll leave them at the tightness that they are now. There's that special washer. I need a regular washer. They go on in a certain direction. I usually put the stamped outside in. You think it's going to go in? Look at that. That bracket has no play in it at all. Get you back here. No play in it at all. That's kind of what I wanted. Then here's a washer that goes on the inside there, which I can just barely make it. Anyhow, I'm going to call that a wrap. So, remember what I said in the first part of the video. I'm going to put you back up here as the sun goes down and remind you to think about Pete, if nothing else. And think about Pete, if nothing else you don't think about. If you're a woodcutter, he was a professional. And he's good. Okay? Buckin's a professional. He is good. Okay? I'm not a professional. I'm just a hobbyist trying to heat my place. So if you think about this accident and you hear about Pete and you're cutting wood, you might not be able to help him out in any way. And that's also fine. You do what you can do. But think about it the next time you go out in the woods, how you can save yourself from getting hurt. And if nothing else, I think Pete would like the fact that maybe he helped somebody else in this situation. So keep Pete in mind. Help him out if you can. Go to the other channels and check out that. You can hit the GoFundMe page if you know how to work that. I'll figure it out, or just send some money up, or maybe I'll buy that maple from Mark and let him sell it to somebody else. I don't know how it works, but somehow I'm going to help Pete out. And I know you people will too, because you're good people. The whole wood group is good people. So thanks for coming along. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and prayers for Pete if you're a prayer. If you're not a prayer for Pete, thoughts for Pete. That's good too. Anything you can do for the guy is good. We'll see you later now. Thanks for stopping in. Bye-bye. Now I got to figure out how to turn this thing off. Let's see, red button.